Consider there is a person who is standing on a surface like this. Here is a person who is standing on the surface. Okay, how they frame the question? A person is standing on the surface, find out the normal exerted by the surface on the person. Obviously, its direction is in the upward direction. So, this is the normal exerted by the surface on the man. Okay, and they can also ask you, find out the normal exerted by the person on the surface. Obviously, it is in the downward direction. We also know that this normal and this normal both are action-reaction pair. Both are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Let us start like this only. Consider over here is situation A. Let me draw three situations for you guys so that you can understand the difference. Okay, consider here is a surface, and on this surface person A is standing. So this one is P1, man 1, person 1, whatever it may be. His mass is what? 100 kg. 100 kg is the mass of what? This person. Find out the normal exerted by this person on the surface. Obviously, we will draw the normal in the downward direction. Similarly, can I also say that same amount of force also exerted by the surface on this man? Definitely, it is in the upward direction. Then can I say this is nothing but 1000 Newton, and this is also what? Equal to what? 1000 Newton. But the things will change if I add what? A string or some pulley on this. Let us say situation number B. Consider here, and a person is holding some mass. He is standing on the surface and he is holding one mass like this. Okay. Now let us say same mass. Let's say this is 100 kg and this one is 20 kg. Okay. The person is holding a mass 20 kg and the mass of the person is what? 100 kg. They will frame the question like this. Find out the amount of normal exerted by the surface on the person, or find out the normal exerted by the man on the surface. First thing, there is a string. Definitely there will be some tension in the string. They can ask you the tension also. Either the block is going in the downward direction, or it is in the upward direction, or it will be in equilibrium. Three conditions. Okay. If it is going in the upward direction or downward direction, maybe some acceleration or without acceleration. If acceleration is 0, you know what to do. Yes or no? T is always equals to mg for this one. If it is accelerating in the upward direction, we know how to apply the Newton's second law. Yes or no? Let's make this question very simple. Question is, find out the normal, and the situation should remain what? At equilibrium. This should be at equilibrium. Okay. Now, question is, find out the normal exerted by the surface on the person and find out the tension in the string. Okay. Now, before doing anything, so can I say mg will be acting in the downward direction? So can I say 200 Newton is over here? Yes. And tension at this point will be in the upward direction. Yes. Man is also holding this one. For this person, can I say that tension will be acting in the downward direction? So for person, tension is acting in the downward direction. For this person, mg is acting in the downward direction. What is the mass? That is what? 1000 Newton. Yes. And question is asked what? Find out the normal exerted by the surface on the man. That means normal will be acting in the upward direction. Yes or no? If I draw the FBDs for this man and for this block separately, then can I say that from here only I can say the tension value is nothing but 200 Newton. Can I say that? Okay, so from here 200 Newton is acting in the downward direction for this block and tension is acting in the upward direction. So from here can I say T is nothing but 200 Newton. Yes or no? Now let us draw the FBD for this person also. So here is the person's FBD. So mg is acting in the downward direction, that is what? 1000 Newton. Yes or no? Where do normal is acting? Normal is acting in the upward direction. So normal's direction is over here. We don't know the value. Okay. And how many of you says, let me ask you one thing. Do normal still remains 1000 Newton? Why? Because my mg is what? 1000. No, no? Yes. Why? Because this man is now holding something. One more force is acting on the person, that is what? T. T is acting in the downward direction. So T is acting in the downward direction, and we know that T is what? How much? 200 Newton. Yes or no? If I write the equation for this one, why? Because at equilibrium, forces should be equated. So N is nothing but T plus of 1000. Yes or no? Then can I say that normal over here is nothing but 200, that is what? 1200 Newton. Value changed, na, normal. Yes or no? Why? Because tension is acting in the downward direction. Why we are getting normal a greater value over here, from here to here? Why? Because one more force is acting in the downward direction. Okay, so for the person at this situation, mg and this T both are acting in the downward direction, and T value is what? 200. That is the reason Earth is applying more amount of normal, that means force, on the person in the upward direction. I got my point. Let us draw the third situation like this. Still don't write anything. Okay, now consider here is a person, and there is a pulley attached here. Okay, and this pulley, he is holding this one. Now here is the block. Same mass, that is what? 100 kg, and this one is what? 20 kg. Now tell me, normal value increases or decreases in situation C? Decreases. Why? Yes, very good. Now the force on this person will be acting one more, it is in the upward direction. Why? Let us say 200 Newton is acting in the downward direction. Can I do directly? Okay, tension will be over here, and tension at this point is in the upward direction. Yes or no? Now normal exerted by the man is in the upward, surface on the man is in the upward direction. mg will be acting in the downward direction. Yes or no? Over there still, can I say tension is 200 Newton? Yes. So tension value we got 200 Newton. Now if I draw the FBD, normal and tension both are acting in the upward direction. So N plus of T, which is equals to mg. Yes. Okay. Now, so from here tension is 200 Newton, or if I take over there, so normal is nothing but 1000 minus of 200, that is nothing but normal is equals to what? 800 Newtons. So do normal is always equals to mg? Yes, that is true over here. But he is holding something in situation B directly. Tension is in the downward direction. Now they can ask you like this. They won't ask you find out the tension. Find out the amount of force for which the person is applying on the string so that the system remains at equilibrium. How much? That is nothing but tension, 200 Newton. I got my point. Similarly, we can frame like this also. Okay. Now, if you want to write, you can write on this. Okay. Like example number 1. Now, listen to me, everyone. Stop writing and just listen to me. Okay. Now, the things will be movable. Both platform is moving, or the person who is standing on the platform is moving like this. Consider here is a system and a pulley is being connected like this. Okay. And this pulley is being connected with a platform over here. Okay. It will be having some mass. Okay, let's say this pulley this time is having, this platform is having a mass, let's say 20 kg. Okay. Now, the other end of this string is being holding by a person and who is standing on this platform. Okay. And this man's mass is 100 kg. Just listen to me first. Okay. Shall I? Now, they can ask you either the system is in equilibrium or either the accelerating. It is in the upward direction, downward direction. It depends on the question. Okay. Let's say this question is being at equilibrium. So this time the system is at equilibrium. So no acceleration, body fixed, everything, rest. Okay. Now, mass of the person is given 100 kg. The platform on which the person is standing, that is what? 20 kg. Yes or no? This person has to apply the force in which direction? Upward direction or downward direction to stay there only? Obviously in the downward direction. He has to pull like this, na? Are yes or no? If he is pulling more enough with high amount of force, definitely both the platform and the pan will be moving in the upward direction. If he is releasing, that means he is applying the force in which direction? Downward direction, like this. Definitely there will be this platform and the person will be going in the downward direction. Yes, okay. Now let's say force, amount of force is being applied, amount of force is applied in the downward direction. Yes, can I say that he is applying the tension is in this upward direction? If he is applying force in the downward direction, definitely the tension at this point is in the upward direction. Yes. Similarly, mg for this person is in the downward direction, that means 1000 Newton. This platform applies some amount of force in the upward direction, that is normal exerted by the surface on the person is in the upward direction. Yes. Can I also say that this person is also applying normal on this surface? So this is the normal by whom? By the person on the platform. Yes. Now one more. This is what 200 Newton. Why? Because this platform is also having some mass. Okay. One more. That is what tension is in the upward direction. T over here, T over here. Now if I want to draw the FBD for two separate things. Okay. Now everything is in equilibrium. Okay. Acceleration is what? 0. We can consider this whole thing as a system. Or we can draw FBD for the person. How many forces are acting on the person and how many forces are acting on this platform. Okay, separately. Two equations, two different methods. Okay, so let us try with what? Two equation first. Okay, basic method. Now, how many forces are acting on the person? Can I say tension is acting in the upward direction, normal is acting in the upward direction. On this person, mg, that is what 1000 Newton is acting in the downward direction. So, if I say for the person, N is acting in the upward direction and T is also acting in the upward direction, mg is acting in the downward direction. That means, can I say T plus of N, that is equals to mg, or if I want to write the equation, that is what T plus of N, that is what 1000 is equals to 1000 Newtons. Equation number 1 for the person. Okay. Now, how many forces are acting on the platform? Normal exerted by the person which is acting on the platform, it is in the downward direction. Mg of the platform itself, it is in the downward direction. Tension, why? Why? Because the other end of that string is being tied to this platform also. So, force is acting, that is tension is acting on this platform also. So, for platform, so consider this as man, this as your platform. Okay, how many forces? 200 and Newton. Sorry, normal. Both are acting in the downward direction. So 200 Newton. This is due to mg of the platform. And one more, that is what normal, which is exerted by whom? The person. It is in the downward direction. Tension is acting in the upward direction. So T. If I want to write the equation over here, can I write T is equals to 200 plus N. Okay, so T is equals to 200 plus of N, or let me rearrange this equation and can we write like this? N over here. So T minus of N, that is nothing but 200 Newton. Consider this as your equation number 2. Okay, adding equation 1 and 2, that means substituting T minus of N, that is equals to 200. Okay, now N get cancelled. So 2T is equals to 1200, or T is equals to, can I say, 600 Newton. Okay, substituting the value of T in any equation, either in 1 or either in 2, can I get the normal exerted by any surface? Okay, substituting the value of T in equation 1, then I will be getting what? N is equals to 1000 minus of T, or N is equals to 1000 minus of tension is how much? 600, that is N is equals to 400 Newton. Can I? Now, method 2. We can do the same question by considering as a system. Why? Because acceleration is 0, or this one is at rest and this one is also at rest. Why? Because it is at equilibrium. Yes or no? Okay. How many systems are being, how many forces are acting on this system? First thing, 1000 Newton is in the downward direction. Yes or no? This normal and this normal, both normal and normal are internal forces. Then can I cancel this internal force, that is what normal, and this internal force, that is what normal. This normal and normal both are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, cancelled out. Left out is how much? How many forces are acting in the downward direction? This 200 and this 1000. Okay, so can I say it in downward direction 1200 Newton? Yes. How many forces are acting in the upward direction? This T and this T. How much? Total 2T. So if I consider this as a system, by considering this as what? System, we can only consider anything as a system if all are at rest, okay, or all are having the same acceleration. Okay, acceleration either it should be 0 or either the acceleration of all the bodies on a system should be having same value. Okay, acceleration 0 can be having by 2. Either it is at rest or either it is at what? Velocity constant. Yes. Okay, now how much force is acting in the downward direction? That is what 1000. That is what 1200 Newtons is acting in the downward direction. How many forces are acting in the upward direction? T or 2T? 2T. So can I from here 2T is nothing but 1200 or T is equals to 600 Newton directly. Are yes or no? Substituting in any equation, you will be getting what? Normal. Okay, but for normal, at least you need to put one equation. Either you have to select equation 1 or equation 2, it depends on you. Same question, we can frame it is accelerating in the upward direction or downward direction. Okay, first do this, we will do the next. Okay, shall I example number 2? You have to try this and tell me the answer. Okay, either by method 1, method 2, your wish. Okay, let's say again here is one fixed pulley. Pulley is fixed. Okay, here is a surface and which is being tied on this other end of the string. Now one person is holding this one and same mass of the person is what? 100 kg. This one is again 20 kg, and this time accelerating in the upward direction with what? 5 meter per square second. Okay, अगर 5 से अच्छा नहीं आ रहा तो then take 2. Okay, your wish. Question is still same. Find normal and tension. Okay, try this. Come on. Okay, let me check your answers. हो गया ना? आ गया ना answer? ठीक है, रुक जा. Okay, shall I? First thing, mg for this one is 200 on this one platform. Yes or no? Similarly, normal exerted by the person is also in the downward direction. Yes or no? Normal exerted by the surface is in the upward direction. Over here, T is acting in the upward direction. Over here, T is acting in the upward direction. Mg of this person is acting in the downward direction. That is what? 1000 Newton. If you want to draw the FBDs, you can draw. Let me draw that also for you guys. And this time, system is accelerating in the upward direction. So, number of forces is acting in the upward direction minus of in the downward direction. Yes or no? ऐसे ही लिखा? Okay, very good. So, for the person, for this man, tension is acting in the upward direction and normal is also acting in the upward direction. Yes or no? T and N acting on the upward direction. Mg, that is what? How much? 1000 Newton is acting in the downward direction. And acceleration is in the upward direction. And acceleration is 5 meter per square second. That means T plus of N, ऐसे लिख सकते हैं क्या देखो? T plus of N minus times of 1000, which is equals to 100 into 5. Yes, bigger force minus smaller force is equals to ma. Yes or no? Or if you want to write the whole equation, you can also write this as minus of mg, which is equals to ma. Okay, and this is for the mass of man. Substituting the value T plus of N minus of 1000, which is equals to 100 into A, and A value is how much? 5. Yes, or T plus of N is equals to that becomes 500, this becomes 1000, that is 1500. Equation number 1. Yes or no? Similarly, how many forces are acting on this block? This 200 is acting in the downward direction, N is acting in the downward direction, T is acting in the upward direction. Who is greater, T or 200 plus of N? T. Yes. So for the platform, if I want to draw, so how many forces are acting in the downward direction? 2 forces, that is what, 200 Newton, and your N is also acting in the downward direction. Yes or no? And tension is acting in the upward direction. So for here, acceleration of the platform is also in the upward direction. Yes or no? Okay. So this time T will be greater. So T minus of, can I write 200 plus of N, which is equals to M of platform into A. Can I? Everyone written like this? Very good. So substituting the values already, so T minus of 200 minus of M is equals to mass of platform is how much? 20 into how much? 5. 20 into 500, 200 goes over there, 300. So T minus of N, that is nothing but 300. This is your equation number 2. Yes. Adding equation 1 and 2, you will be getting either normal or either tension. Normal get cancelled. Yes. So adding equation 1 and 2. So T plus of N is equals to 1500 and T minus of N is equals to what? 300. N get cancelled. Yes. So 2T is equals to what? 1800 or T is equals to 900 Newton. How many of you got this? Excellent. Very good. Abhi, substituting the value of T in any equation or either in 1 or either in 2, you will be getting what? Normal na. So substituting in what? Equation number 1. So N is equals to 1500 minus of T, that is what, 900, or N is equals to, can I say, 600 Newtons. Yes. Okay. Now sabhi ka itna to aa gaya. Now those who have done with what? System, considering it as a system. You can only consider it as a system if man's velocity and the platform velocity both are same. So still both are same. Okay, now this normal and this normal get cancelled out. Why? Because these two are internal forces. Left out is what? T and this T. And total mg, that is what, 200 and this one 1000. So mg is how much? 1200. Are yes or no? Acceleration is also there, na? So T and T, galat hai sir. Sun, this T and this T, 2T, 1200 and 1000. Sorry, 200 and 1000, 1200. Acceleration na this time. Beta, jab acceleration 0 tha, that's the reason I written 2T is equals to what? 1200. This time there is an acceleration, na? Higher. So always bigger force minus smaller force is equals to ma. ऐसे ही लिखना पड़ेगा ना. So T plus of T, that is what, 2T. By considering this as a system, then 1200 will be the smaller one. So minus of 1200, which is equals to ma, m of the system. M of m कितना है total? 100 होगा, 120 होगा? 120. So this one is 20 kg and this one is what? 100 kg. So total mass is what? 120 kg into acceleration, that is what? 5. Okay, this is the correct statement. Aya? Okay, now 1200. This 1200 goes over there. So 12 into 5. One. कितना हो रहा है? 12 5 is 60. 60 means 600. 600 plus of 1200. That is what? 1800. 1800 T. That means T is equals to 1800 upon 2. That is still from here we will be getting what? 900 Newton. One more time. Still you. Ahmad, listen to me. Whenever we are cancelling these two internal forces, if system is accelerating, you have to write the equation, second law. Okay, bigger force minus smaller force is equals to ma. If system is not accelerating, then you can say 2T, that is T plus of T, 2T is equals to 1200. Are aaya kya? Okay, very good. Right on. Okay, next example number 3, and try this. 50 rupees. Okay, no hints will be provided this time. Again, same question is find normal and tension. And time limit is again 1 minute only. Okay, now fixed pulley. This pulley is fixed, hanging to a platform. Okay, and over here one more pulley, and one person is over here. He is holding this one. This end is holding again platform. Okay, same. This one is 20 kg. Mass of this man is what? 100 kg. Question is find normal and tension of the system. Come on. Acceleration, no acceleration, at equilibrium. Condition is at equilibrium. Okay, very good. Thank you. चलाइए, मेरे को मालूम है तुम गड़बड़ करते. सुनो इधर. Now tension is in the upward direction T. Yes or no? Similarly over here T, over here 2T, over here 2T. Yes or no? Now listen to me. Mass. So how many of the person, man? mg is acting in the downward direction. mg of this one will be 1000 Newton. Yes or no? Normal exerted by the surface on the man, it will be in the upward direction. So this is the direction of what? Normal exerted by the man. Tension also in the upward direction. So man is also holding this one T. So can I write this as system is at equilibrium na this time? So can I say n plus of T is equals to 1000? N plus of T is equals to 1000 Newton. This is your equation number 1. How many of you got this? Everyone. Okay, very good. Paisa to kisi ko nahi milega. Okay, now listen to me. How many forces are acting on this platform? Platform normal exerted by the person. mg is also in the downward direction. That is what? 200 Newton. So 200 N. Yes. How many forces are acting on the platform in the upward direction? 2T or 3T? 2T. Suno idhar. Here is 2T. And here is T. How many T's? 3 T's. So for the platform, then can I say that normal and this is your normal, this is your 200 Newton. Both are acting in the downward direction. Two forces which are fixed na here. Ends of the string are here connected to what? Platform. Ye T chhod dete. So here is 1T and here is what? 2T. Total 3T. So total is what? 3T. What is the equation here? 3T is equals to 200 plus of N. This is your equation number 2. N is there, N is here. Or this can also be written as 3T minus of N is equals to 200 Newton, equation number 2. How many of you got the second equation? Only 2. Okay. So N plus of T is equals to 1000 or 3T minus of N is equals to 200. Same here, 3T minus of N is equals to 200. Adding equation 1 and 2 and then get cancelled. Yes or no? 40 is equals to 1200 or T is equals to 4 3s. That is what? 300 Newton. Yes? Okay. Substituting in any equation, I will be getting what? Obviously, normal. So substituting in equation 1. Substituting in equation 1. What is our equation 1? N is equals to 1000 minus of T or N is equals to 1000 minus of 300. That is what? N is equals to 700 Newton. Ayata. Okay. Those who have tried using what? System. System में देख लो कितने forces हैं. N get cancelled. This N and this N get cancelled only. How many forces are acting? 40. Over here is 2T, over here is 2T. That means can I write 40 over here? You can consider from here also, nothing will happen. Or you can see 2T here, 2T here. Total 40. Mass 20 and this 100. That is what? 120. That means 1200 in the downward direction, 40. Again, 40 from here also, 40 is equals to what? 1200 or T is equals to 1200 upon 4. That means 300 Newton. किधर से भी कर लो उतना ही आएगा. Okay. Again, draw the FBD or write the equation for the person or on the platform. You can substitute the value. एक equation तो तुमको लिखना है बेटा. better always choose to write the equation for the person. Why? Because in this type of questions it is easy now. How many forces are acting on the person? This T, normal and mg. Yes? Substitute and get the answer. Okay na? Very good. Okay, shall I example number 4? 4 na? Okay, same type or next example? Okay, one more same type. So, ऐसे बनाओ. Here is the platform. Here is the man. And this one is connected here. And one more pulley. Same. Mass of this man is 100 kg. And this one is 20 kg. And this person is holding like this. एक हाथ से इधर पकड़ के रखा है, एक हाथ से इधर से पकड़ के रखा है. Okay, and ये ले. Question is same. Find normal and tension. हाँ, acceleration भी लगा लो. If you want, you can substitute acceleration in the upward direction. If you want, substitute acceleration in the downward direction. If you want to take the values, take 2, 5, 10, your wish. जिसको जैसा करना है करो. Okay. If it is at equilibrium, then upper forces and downward forces are equal. If acceleration in the upward direction, upward forces will be greater, downward forces will be smaller. If acceleration is in the downward direction, downward forces will be greater, upward will be smaller. Your wish, those who want to do with acceleration, you can. Those who want to do with equilibrium, they can. कौन सा भी करा देता हूं मैं, ठीक है? कौन सा करते? Equilibrium कर लो. Equilibrium easy होगा. It will be saving our time also. At equilibrium, system is at equilibrium. Okay, come on. Shall I आगे answer? Okay, now listen to me. This one will be T. Over here will be T. Over here will be T. Over here will be T. And for the person, how many T's? 2T or 4T? 2T. Very good. And for the platform, 2T. Okay. चलो करेक्ट करे जैसा लग रहा है तुम लोग. देखते हैं. And N will be mg is acting in the downward direction, that is what 1000 Newton. For I am writing for this for man. Okay. And normal exerted by the surface on the person will be in the upward direction. Normal is here and normal will be here. Are yes or no? Mg for this one will be here, that is what 200 Newton. And for this man 1000 Newton in the downward direction. Okay. Shall I? So 1000 Newton is in the downward direction, N will be in the upward direction, and 2T. So 2T and N. Am I right? देखो कितने हाथ से पकड़ रहे बेटा? T here, T here. Right? Why means he is holding two strings ना. Over here tension is T, over here is tension T. I got my point. Okay. So if I want to write the equation at equilibrium, so those who have written for equilibrium, their equation will be N plus of 2T, which is equals to 1000 Newton. Okay. And those who have considered acceleration, and for acceleration, किधर ले रहे acceleration? Someone has taken upward, someone has taken downward. क्या तीन equation लिखा हूँ? Consider system is moving in the acceleration upward direction. Upward direction means 2 plus of N will be greater, na? So for upward, 2T plus of N minus of 1000, which is equals to MA, that is what 100A. 100A. And for the downward, those who have considered acceleration in the downward direction, तुमको कोई चीज नहीं बोलना है. And those who have considered acceleration in the downward direction, then I will be writing what 1000 minus of 1000 minus of 2T plus of N, which is equals to MA. M कितना है? 100. Okay, these are the equation for different things what you have considered. Those who have taken acceleration upward, that will be the equation. Those who have taken acceleration in the downward, this should be the equation. And those who have done for the equilibrium, this will be the equation. Okay. Similarly, for what? Block. How many forces are acting on the block? This 200, this N. Are yes or no? n plus of 200 is equals to, again over here string is connected T here, string is connected T here. Are yes or no? So for equilibrium, and for the equilibrium this will be the equation. So 2T is equals to n plus of 200. Yes or no? So 2T plus of no plus, sorry, which is equals to n plus of 200, or this can also be written as 2T minus of n is equals to 200. Equation number 2. Those are the equation number ones. Okay, and for acceleration in upward direction, those who are done for acceleration in the upward direction, what will be the equation? 2T will be greater and this n plus of 200 will be smaller. So 2T minus of n plus of 200, which is equals to ma. M is how much? 20, and acceleration, whatever the value you have chosen, that is your wish. Okay, and for acceleration, those who have taken acceleration value in the downward direction, then can I say n plus of 200 minus of 2T, which is equals to 20k. This is your equation number 2. Solving equation 1 and 2, adding equation 1 and 2, कैसे भी करो तुम्हारा मर्जी, your wish. I am only doing for the equilibrium. Okay, so what is our equilibrium equation? This is our equilibrium equation, and second equation is over here for the equilibrium. Okay, adding equation 1 and 2, that means can I say 2T and 2T, adding equation, this is your equation 1, this is your equation 2. I am only doing for equilibrium. Okay, if those who have done, they can add those two equations. For upward, this equation and this equation should be added, and for downward, this equation and this equation should be added. Okay, now solve yourself. So n plus of 2T, which is equals to 1000, and what is the second equation? 2T minus of n is equals to 200. N get cancelled. How many T's? 4T is equals to 1200, or T is equals to, can I say, 300 Newton? Yes, substituting in any, I will be getting what? Normal. Substituting in equation 1 better. N is equals to, this is your 1000 minus of 600. So normal is equals to what? 400 Newton. Okay. And those who have considered for system, easiest way, again normal and this normal get cancelled. Left out is what? T, 40. And what is the total mass? 1200. So 40, those who are considered for system, 40 is equals to 1200, or T is equals to 300 Newton. Kidhar bhi kar lo, you will be getting what? Same equation. And still this is for equilibrium. Yes, very good. If it is not equilibrium, again 40 minus of 1200 is equals to ma, if it is in the upward direction. And those who are done for the downward direction, 1200 minus of 40, 1200 minus of 40 is equals to ma. Are yes or no? That is what? 120a. Okay na? आगे ना और टाइम पास करेंगे. Okay, right on. Okay, shall I? Example number 5 now. Shall I? Now don't write equation 1, equation 2. Just consider this as a system and complete the value of tension. Then apply on the person. Then get the value of normal. Okay. Consider here is the system. Similarly, it is at equilibrium now. System is at equilibrium. Find normal and tension. Find what? Normal and tension. Okay. Find out the normal exerted by the surface on the man. Find out the amount of force on the string the person is applying, so that the system is remaining at equilibrium. This is how the framing will be done. Okay. Now let us draw the diagram. Here is one pulley, and this pulley is been connected over here. One more pulley, and one more pulley, and this one is your block, and these two are being connected on the surface. This one is having a mass this time. Consider this one is having the mass. Okay, platform is massless. Negligible mass. Okay, don't consider the mass of the platform. Question is, the person is standing here Find out the normal and the tension. Okay, again this one is having 100 kg. Now one hint I will provide you. Where the person is applying the force? In the downward direction. So person is applying the force in the downward direction. Yes or no? Then can I say over here is T? Yes. Over here is T. Over here is 2T. Yes or no? Never consider, but don't consider this. T, over here is T, 2T, 2T, then 4T, then over here is 4T, then over here is 8T. Where he is applying the force so that the system should remain at equilibrium. He is applying on this end now. Better consider this as T. Okay. If you want to write the two equations, you can write your two equations. Over here, normal is applied in the upward direction. Mg of this person is applied, that is what 1000 Newton in the downward direction, and normal O by the person on the surface is in the downward direction. Yes or no? And Mg of this one will be acting in the downward direction, that is what 200 Newton. Yes or no? Better take this as a system, calculate the value of tension, substitute on this person. Why? Because it is easy. N plus of T is equals to 1000. Okay, come on, be quick and tell me the answer. Okay, shall I? So whenever we are considering this as a system, normal get cancelled. Why? Because internal forces left out is what 2T, and this is 1000, and this is what 200. So 2T is equals to 1200, or T is equals to, can I write 600 Newton? Aage sabhi ka? Okay, substituting on what? The equation number this 2, getting the equation from the from man. N plus of T is equals to what? 1000. So N plus of T is equals to 1000, or N is equals to 1000 minus of 600, that is nothing but your 400 Newton. That's it. Okay. Those who still haven't got, shame on you guys. Okay. One more. Multiple pulleys. Multiple pulleys, example number 6 or 7. 6, and this will be the last on this. Let us move to the lift now. And again, system is at equilibrium. Find normal and tension, or the normal exerted by the surface on the person, or amount of the force exerted by the man on the string, so that the system remains at equilibrium. This is how the framing will be done. Okay, consider here is this first pulley, and this one is connected to your surface. This is your 20 kg. 20 kg क्यों? 250 ले ले, 100 ले ले, 1000 ले ले, तेरी मर्जी. Okay, and here is one string which is going like this. This one is connected here. One more is here. One more is here. One more is here. Enough, huh? Enough, okay. And here is the person who is holding this one and standing like this. Where is applying the force? Definitely downward direction. So force is applied in the downward direction. Tension will be in the upward direction. Yes or no? Okay. And mass of this man is 100 kg still. One line answer. Okay. Now listen to me. This is T, this is T. Over here will be 2T. This is T, this is T. Over here will be 2T. This one is T, this one is T. Over here will be 2T. So can I write 2T, and over here is 2T. Over here is 2T. And over here is what? 2T. Over here is what? 2T. Yes? Okay. Now listen to me. Just consider this as a system. If you want to write the equation, what will be our equation? For this man, N will be acting in the upward direction. I will write the equation. Look over. Those who are getting to equation as the best option, just listen to me. Mg for this man is acting in the downward direction, that is what? 1000 Newton. Yes or no? Platform applies the force in the upward direction, that is what? Normal. Tension is in the upward direction. So for the man, T plus of, for man I am writing, this is for T plus of N, that is nothing but your 1000 Newton. Okay, this is your equation number 1. And whenever we are writing for the platform, how many will be there? This one will be T again. This is T, this is 2T, and this is 2T. How much? 5T. Mg of this platform will be acting in the downward direction, and N is also acting in the downward direction. That means this one will be 200. Yes or no? This is the normal exerted by the man. So 5T 5t is equal to n plus of 200. Or I can also write for the platform like this, 5t minus of n is equals to 200. This is your equation number 2. Adding equation 1 and 2, you will be getting what? The tension. Okay, why? Because n and n get cancelled. Or if you are considering for the system, how much? This is 2t, this is 2t, this is 2t. Why? Because normal get cancelled out. Are yes or no? So 60 and total mass will be now 120 kg and that what? 1200 Newton. Or considering while 60 by system, your answer will be 60 is equals to 1200. मैं ही करा देता हूँ, छोड़ दो अभी. So 1200 upon 6, that is nothing but 200 Newton. From your equation 1 and 2 also you will be getting what? Same equation na. So this normal and this normal get cancelled. This becomes what? 60 is equals to 1200. Okay, substituting in any equation. Best option for the man. Substitute here, you will be getting what? Normal. That means normal is equals to 1000 minus of 200. That is what normal value will be, 800 Newton. Yes or no? So n is equals to 1000 minus of 200. That is what? N is equals to 800 Newton. Okay. Now write the heading, lift problems.